Hello again, class. This is Mrs. Politsky, and I have notes for Chapter 15, Section 2, Poland and the Baltic Republics. As we go along, make sure you fill in your information that you need. Number 1, during the Middle Ages, the people of the Baltics formed many independent kingdoms. The strongest were the kingdoms of Lithuania and Poland. And number 2, both World War I and World War II were devastating for the Baltics. Much of the fighting of World War I took place in Poland, resulting in the deaths of millions of Poles. And during World War II, that war began with the invasion of Poland by the Germans and the Soviets. Again, millions of people were killed, not only in Poland, but in Latvia, Lithuania, and Estonia. During World War II, the Nazis and the Russians basically had made a secret agreement to rush into Poland and to kind of divide it. And for the Germans, this rushing in to Poland kind of became known as the Blitzkrieg, Lightning War. Numbers 3 and 4. The Soviets first gained control of parts of Poland and the Baltics during World War II when the Soviet troops invaded Poland and occupied the Baltic republics. When the war was over, the Soviets established a communist government in this region. In 1989, Polish leaders rejected communism by electing new leaders, and by 1991, the Baltic republics had rejected communism and became independent after years of demonstrations. This period of time when the Soviets kind of occupied a good portion of Eastern Europe became known as the Cold War. And this would have been what would have been known as the Soviet Union or Russia. And all these nations that are kind of colored in with a little bit of pink and kind of red, these are nations that would have been called satellite nations. They were kind of a buffer zone, sometimes known as the Iron Curtain, that was used to protect the Soviets. Lech Walesa, who was one of the first freely elected leaders of Poland, started a movement to fight communism back in the 1980s called Solidarity. And he had a lot of support by this man down below here, a man named John Paul II. All right, numbers 5 and 6. Over the years, many different languages emerged in the Baltic countries because they were settled by different groups of people. Of the languages, only Latvia and Lithuania are similar. Polish is related to the languages of the countries to the south, or the Slavic nations. Estonia's language is similar to that of the Finnish, or the people of Finland. Religiously, Lutherans are a dominant religious group in Latvia and Estonia, due in part to the influence of the Swedish, who once ruled these nations. Poland and Lithuania are primarily Catholic, because these nations once traded primarily with Roman Catholic countries. Numbers 7 through 9. The Baltic republics and Poland share similar foods like potatoes and sausages, crafts, ceramics, painting and embroidery, music and dance. Frederick Chopin, who is this man right here, was a very famous Polish pianist and composer. As a result of Soviet rule, economics of Poland and the Baltic republics were hurt when the Soviet Union failed to create a strong infrastructure to support economic activities. Warsaw, which is pictured down here below, is the capital of Poland and has become a major industrial center in recent years when it replaced its aging factories with modern technologies that are more efficient, productive, and cost effective. Thank you very much.